Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Swaminarayan. Namaste, welcome. Today we are reading the Devi Upanishad. I do want to mention a book. It's called the Shakti Principle by Sri Dharma Acharya, and it talks about the feminine in Sanatana Dharma and the importance of that. So if you want to read more, that's a book I would highly, highly recommend. Also, if you're looking for stuff on just female spirituality, not necessarily Sanatana Dharma, but just being a woman, dealing with spirituality, coming from one, going to another, finding yourself. There is a beautiful teacher out there, and I'll put a link down below. Her name is Santosha Tantra. She lives in California. She just has a small group around her. She's an artist, and she does some talks on YouTube on a channel called Source Transmission, and she just talks about a lot about being a woman and what that means in spirituality. And you may think nothing if you're a guy. You might be like, I don't get it, but she picks up on some things that are very important, and as a guy, I wouldn't necessarily know. She is very, very cool. And I highly recommend her. I've had the opportunity to talk to her once, and she's just a beautiful soul. So if this is something that you're interested in, those are two big recommendations of mine. But right now, let's delve into Devi Upanishad. Oh, before I delve into this, if you have some other books of interest to anyone dealing with being a woman and finding God and what that means, or wanting to know more about the feminine aspects of God, please put those links down below to those books. They would be much appreciated myself. I might want to check them out, but also others might too. All the gods waited upon the goddess and asked, "Great goddess, who art thou?" She replied, "I am essentially Brahman. From me has proceeded the world, comprising Prakriti and Purusha, the void and the plenum. I am all the forms of bliss and non-bliss. Knowledge and ignorance are myself. I am the five elements and what is different from them. I am the entire world. I am the Veda as well as what is different from it. I am the unborn. I am the born. Below and above and around am I. I move with Rudras and Vasus, with Adityas and Visvedevas. Mitra and Varuna, Indra and Agni, I support, and the two Asvins. I uphold Soma, Tavaster, Pusan and Bhaga, the wide-stepping Vishnu, Brahma, Prajapati. To the zealous sacrificer, offering oblation and pressing the Soma juice, do I grant wealth. I am the state, the bringer of wealth. Above it all, place I, its protector. Who knows my essence in the water of the inner sea, attains he the goddess's abode." All the gods gathered around said to her, "Salutation to the goddess, the great goddess. To Shiva the auspicious salutation forevermore. To blessed Prakriti salutation, ever to her we bow. Refuge I seek in her who is the color of fire, burning with ascetic ardor. Goddess resplendent, delighting in action's fruits, O thou hard to reach, dispel thy gloom. The gods engendered divine speech, her, beasts of all forms, speak. The cow that yields sweet fruits and vinegar, to us may the lauded speech appear. To holy Shiva, to Daksha's daughter, to Aditi and Sarasvati, to Skanda's mother, Vishnu's power, to night of death by Brahman lauded, we render obeisance. Know we, great Lakshmi, goddess of good fortune, on all fulfillment do we meditate, may the goddess inspire us. Through you, Dakshayani was Aditi born. She is your daughter. After her were born the gods auspicious, friends of deathlessness. Love, womb, love's parts, the betrayer of the thunderbolt, the cave, Hasa, the wind, the cloud, Indra, again the cave, Sakala with Maya, so runs the primeval science begetting all. This is the power of self, enchanting all, armed with the noose, the hook, the bow, the arrow. This is the great and holy science. Who knows thus tides over grief? Divine Mother, salutations to you. Protect us in all possible ways. She here is the 8 Vasus, the 11 Rudras, the 12 Adityas. She is the all gods, those who drink soma and those who do not. She is the goblins, the demons, the evil beings, the ghosts. She also being superhuman, the semi-divine. She is Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. She is Prajapati, Indra, and Manu. She is the planets, stars, and luminous spheres. She is the divisions of time and the form of primeval time. I salute her ever. Goddess who banishes distress, grants pleasure and deliverance alike, infinite, victorious, pure, Shiva, refuge, the giver of good. Seed all-powerful of the goddess's mantra is sky, conjoined with eye and fire, with crescent moon adorned. On the single-syllabled mantra meditate the pure-hearted sages, supremely blissful, of wisdom the veriest oceans. Fashioned by speech, born of Brahman, the 6th with face equipped, the sun, the left ear where the point is, the 8th and the 3rd conjoined, the air with Narayana united, and with the lip, Visi, the 9-lettered, the letter shall delight the lofty ones. Seated in the lotus heart, resplendent as the morning sun, goddess bearing noose and hook, with gesture granting boons, dissolving fears, tender 3-eyed, red-robed, granting devotees their heart's desires, thee I adore. I bow to thee, goddess, thou dispeller of gravest fears, vanquisher of obstacles, thou wearer of great mercy's form. Brahma and others know not her essence, so she is called the unknowable. She has no end, so she is called the endless. She is not grasped, and so she is called the incomprehensible. Her birth is not known, and so she is called the unborn. She alone is present everywhere, and so she is also called the One. She alone wears all forms, and so she is called the Many. For these reasons, she is called the unknowable, the endless, the comprehensible, the unknown, the One, and the Many. The goddess is the source of all mantras. Of all the words, the knowledge is her form. Her conscious form descends all cognitions. She is the witness of all emptiness. Beyond her is nothing. Renowned is she as unapproachable, afeard of life. I bow to the inaccessible one. Bulwark against all sins, the pilot who steers me across the sea of worldly life. He who studies this Atharva Upanishad gains the fruit of repeating 5 other Atharva Upanishads. He who, having mastered this Atharva Upanishad, persists in worship. Of this Vidya 10 million chants are less than the worship's fruit. 8 and 100 recitations thereof make but this rite's inauguration. Who reads it but 10 times is released at once from sins. So the grace of the goddess great tides he over obstacles great. Reading it in the morning, one destroys the sins of the night. Reading it in the evening, one destroys the sins committed by day. Thus, reading both in the evening and the morning, the sinner becomes sinless. Reading it at midnight too, the 4th junction, there results perfection of speech. Its recitation before a new image brings to it the presence of the deity. Its recitation at the time of consecration of an image makes it a center of energy. Reciting it on Tuesday under the Astaram Ashvini in the presence of the great goddess, one overcomes fell death. One who knows this. This is the secret, and this is the Devi Upanishad. Both revelation and praise. And I have no words to supplement this. You got my book recommendations at the beginning, so I think that is good. I will let you sing whatever praises you might like of the goddess down below, or any other comments you may have. And until next time, thank you for watching. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Swaminarayan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Kali. Jai Shri Devi.